Hey there guys, so as many of you may know, I now have two jobs. And I work probably 50 to 60 hours a week, depending on the week, depending on if I purposely took any time off from either job. Like actually I have this week because I have a family reunion coming up. Anyway, but part of the reason why I took my second job was to help my depression. Because I figured, hey, it's a little bit more income that will, because one of the things that I worry about when it comes to just my life, and that worrying does affect my depression, is my income, because I have this horrible habit of saving, and this horrible habit of living within a budget, but with having two jobs, and I can cover my budget, and I can put away a little bit for savings, which that's my goal. And also to take up some more of my time. These days, I wake up pretty early, go to my first job, come home, eat, try to take a nap depending on if I'm YouTubing or not. Relax, take a nap, maybe take a shower, then I head off to my second job, depending on the day. Because depending on which day it is, I might have the day off, or I might have the afternoon off, or the evening off. And so that takes care of that big chunk of time that I used to have where I would just sit around and be lonely or something. But I've noticed a shift. While a lot of stuff did get better for a while, my brain and my depression's kind of refocused itself. And I was thinking about it last night at work, and, well, I think I've jumped up a couple of levels on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Basically, if you think of a pyramid shape, at the very base, physiological needs: food, water, warmth, shelter. I have those taken care of because I'm able to fulfill my budget. The next step up is safety, security, stability, freedom from fear. And again, because I'm able to satisfy my budget, I'm able to have that. And, well, I don't really have very much fear of anything. I mean, I carry my mace, depending on where I'm going, and depending on what I'm doing, I might carry my knife with me. So I really don't have that much fear of anything. Plus, I mean, hey, if I die, so what? Well, I guess it's a topic for another video. If I die, so what? Anyway. I think because I have those first two levels of the pyramid taken care of, I'm shifting way more into my head and way more into a lot of emotional issues, which takes me up to belonging, love, friendship, family, spouse, lover. Which, I mean, I do want a girlfriend. I don't think my life would be complete without. I don't think that. It's not so much of a matter of I can't live without one, but it's just I'd rather have one in my life. And I'd like to have somebody who is warm. Because, I mean, well, that was the big thing about my ex-girlfriend. She was intelligent, she was strong, she was a good person. But she wasn't warm. And actually, looking over one of Griffin's videos, Griffin... Oh, crap. What are your numbers? I know you have numbers. Griffin9857. Griffin9857 talked about just how autistic people sometimes they don't pick up on the social cues, and some of those subtleties, which almost makes me wonder if my ex-girlfriend might have had a touch of autism herself. But what was my point? I don't need a girlfriend in my life to complete it, but to me that would make my life better. Because what can I say? I'm a cuddler, and access to cuddles. And somebody to hang out with, somebody just to be there for, talk to, share my experiences with, share my life with, go on hikes, take down to Hocking Hills, hang out with. I've got friends, but, there's a difference between a friendship and, pardon me, a girlfriendship. And I miss the girlfriendship aspect. I make a good girlfriend. I'm there for my girl. I'm always there to support her, take care of her, be there for her, listen. I mean, there have been times when I've made fleeting drives to wherever the heck my girlfriend happens to be to save her, like I did with the chicken Toledo, or just to go up and hold her for a while and then just be on my way until when she felt better. But yeah, wanting a girlfriend crosses my mind a lot. And then the next level up from belonging and love, self-esteem. My self-esteem has gotten a lot better since I came to Columbus, and since I broke up with certain people who were dragging it down, like the girl who abused me. So I think that I kind of got that one covered. But sometimes I do feel down about myself, and like, okay, I've got a bachelor's degree and yet I'm working 2 jobs? What the hell? And the next step up from even that is self-actualization. Pursue inner talent, creativity, fulfillment. Well, I do that on the weekends. I do that when I have a chance, so that's not really an issue. But what was my point? I guess in my thought processes, my depression's kind of shifted just because I've gotten a lot of things covered now. And I'm sure some of it is because my diet's gotten off a little bit lately. But, you know, with clinical depression, sometimes you have good days and bad days. Sometimes you have a string of good and a string of bad. And depending on the type of depression you have, sometimes it's a matter of refocusing, double-checking on things. For me, you know, I'm double-checking on my diet again. I mean, the comment has been made a couple of months ago about me being a very thin individual. Part of that's because I work so hard. But yeah, you know, now and then I do double check myself. Double check my diet. Because if I get off that, and that does occasionally happen, like especially if I'm working too hard, that can mess me up. So, I don't know. What shall I label this? Depression update? Or thoughts on depression? Either way, you know, when it comes to depression, do those things that you need to do to help yourself feel better. Make sure that you're getting enough exercise. Cover your basics. Make sure you're getting enough exercise. Make sure your diet's right. Make sure that you get to do things that you enjoy, at least now and then. And if possible, seek help. And if help is not really within your possibilities, at least take a look at stuff online. Some self-help. Either way, you know, keep your chin up, because there's lots of people out there with clinical depression, and we all gotta cope with it. Because coping is the strategy you have to live by. So, I'm rambling on. Peace out, YouTubes.